Hi, how are you? Been a while. Hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment. Please subscribe. Rush's subscribers are flying. Mine are falling off a cliff. Speaking of the devil, I'm going to go get Rusha just now because we need to have a good chat. My kids start school today. I'm a full adult now, which is sad for me. But yeah, Rusha came with us to check in the little dragons. So she's outside in the garden just now. There's a lot of stairs in the house. We're nearly there. Bear with me. She's out there getting her tan on. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're looking forward to the return of the season. The championship is back. A lot of championship action coming up for us this season because with me now, London City Lioness. She's a lioness, everyone. It's the lioness head. She's died. It's been a full week of training. How are you? Can I pop a squat?
I guess so.
Got my washing hung out as well because you can only do your best in this weather, can't you? This is nice. Is that outside? How are you?
Tired.
I'm tired as well. Maybe we could go for a nap. Is this going to sound okay with somebody cutting the grass nearby? That's fine, isn't it? God, my skin looks amazing today. I've got new makeup.
Must be the lighting.
Can we appeal for people to subscribe to my videos, please?
Please subscribe to Shaban's videos because
I don't have any friends.
she's got no mates, not much going for her.
Good looking.
Found her nanny's curtains and turned it into a dress.
It's a lovely dress.
So,
Babies and everything.
yeah, like and subscribe.
Thanks so much. Few things to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start with Ballon d'Or? Shall we start with Jenni Hermoso filing the legal complaint?
I don't really know what's going on there. It's been going on for so long that I'm
Start
just like,
reading the news.
I need to. I don't see any news.
She was given 15 days to then file and go legal
right,
and say it was, the kiss was not consensual. Effectively sexual assault.
I did see the clip online and it was basically after they just got their medals and then she was showing somebody what had happened. One of the girls on the stage. But she was kind of like...
Yeah, and there was the video on the bus as well of them all kind of having a bit of a giggle about it. But also, funnily enough, Emma Hayes was on TalkSport last week talking about that exact moment because it was the day it started to kind of come out and as if she found it funny. But actually, you would look and go, what about that? Actually kissed me. It's one of those things in your head where you would go, until you actually go and sit back on your own. I don't think anybody can say how she felt.
Yeah.
Nobody can. He was the only one she kissed and took her face like that and put his minging little lips on hers. So she's the only one who can say, yeah, that was sexual assault or that wasn't consensual. Nobody else can say a thing.
Yeah.
I was telling the story on air. Did I ever tell you about the time I was on the boat over to Amsterdam?
Okay.
And I was speaking to this guy who knew our cousin. This is going back years ago, maybe about 12 years ago now, 11, 12 years ago. And in the conversation, he grabbed my hand and put it on his privates, but held it there for like a split second. And I was a bit like, I got my hand back. I was like, and just kind of like walked away. And he was just kind of laughing. And I was fine. Like it wasn't, I would never say that was sexual assault. There was hundreds of people around us. We were in like a busy place. But at the same time now I look back and I go, I had no control of that situation. He grabbed my hand and put it on his winky. Yeah. And he was stronger than me. Yeah. So in that moment you look and go, how does she feel about her having no control over that kiss?
I think things are changing. Like we could probably as women go back through the years and there's going to be like a lot of instances that have happened and you're like, yeah, it was not that it was different then, but times are changing where it's now unacceptable.
Yeah. To do anything against your will.
Yeah. So it's good that things are changing now, but yeah, that whole case, like the guy's got to go. He was wrong. But they've obviously made it's been a shambles how they've dealt with it all.
I know.
Obviously it's happened so fast. She wasn't expecting it. Yeah. And it's probably one of those she's been like, and then at the time you're just like, right, okay, whatever, you're trying to enjoy the moment with the girls. She's like, and then when you see it all blow up, she's been like,
after the lights go out that night, you look and go, That's everywhere. You know, that's it. And the thing is, there was so much outrage from so many people watching anyway that she's maybe had that minute to look and go, he crossed the line with me there.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. In the meantime, Jorge Vilda's been sacked. In comes Montse. Montse is her name.
Oh, that woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just seen
Well
a picture.
done.
I seen a picture of her.
Here were the details of that woman. She is a woman, yes.
Yeah.
She's been an assistant, I think, for a while.
Right.
So yeah, she's in. And that'll be interesting to
Is
see
that
how that goes.
caretaker or is that...
No, she's got the job.
She's got the job, right, okay.
One other thing that's quite interesting, do you know Semra Hunter? Have you met Semra? She's a La Liga presenter. We've worked together a couple of times with The Zone. She's amazing. She's so cool. But anyway, she's been doing kind of a lot of reports on it, and she said that because Rubiales on that I will not resign speech stood up and offered Jorge Vilda in front of people a verbal contract of like £450,000 a year for the next 4 years. Apparently that still stands because it was a verbal agreement, and in Spain it's the law. So if you're offered verbally a contract and you accept it, then you're entitled to get what you're due. So it's almost as if now Jorge Vilda, if this is true, will still get his massive payoff anyway. He'll live on 2 million over the next 4 years and be without the job.
So it's been quite cleverly done, is it? Probably.
Maybe. I mean, he's okay. He has won the World Cup. I read this mental article yesterday in the Times from somebody. Oh, what's his name? Matthew Syed, I think. It went everywhere, and I read it and I was like, "What are you talking about?" So he's like, "I don't know the ins and outs, basically, but how'd you get sacked after you win the World Cup?" It was along the lines of that.
I'd seen all the journalists going Tonto because obviously they
Covered it
it's
for
their
years.
job. They cover stuff. They know the ins and outs, so don't come out saying I don't really know the ins and outs, but that shouldn't happen. It was a really stupid article. It's kind of like I've not really done any homework, but I'm just going to write about this because I need to write about something.
Yeah,
Maybe
because even though he might be
lazy journalism,
the worst guy ever, he won them the World Cup, so he deserves his job.
In fairness, I'm not a journalist, so I'm not being lazy because I don't have much on this because I've just not followed it. I've kind of stayed away from it. I've been busy doing other things.
Protect yourself, why don't you? We'll get to your other things in a second. Stay with us because Ruth is going to talk about some of the life at London City Lionesses.
Am I? Looks like I am. What are we talking about?
I'm trying to get the click rate up.
Right. Right.
God,
girls in the showers.
Girls in the showers coming up.
We're not allowed to joke about that.
We're not allowed. There's no girls in the showers. But we will talk about the girls in the showers if you want. What was I going to say? Ballon d'Or nominees are out. Millie Bright, Mary Earps, Rachel Daly. Go on, the Daly. Sing your song about Rachel Daly. She scores goals. She scores goals.
Know that.
Rachel
I've lost the tune.
Daly. She scores goals.
Oh, hey, Rachel Daly, the fella kicks excited when we see you play. It's strange that this feeling grows more and more, but we've never seen a player like you before. Oh.
That's amazing.
It's good. Yeah, but no, please for Rach in the terms like the fact of our season, comes back from America, signs for Villa as a striker, plays up front, top goal scorer in the league, goes to England camp. I think Serena's like obviously not going to play it up front. She played it up front one game and then it was like, no, you're back to left back. I think that's amazing that you've got a player that can play in a different position and then just is flung in at the World Cup.
And can start in another position.
And can perform as well as she does. So, yeah, credit to Rach. I think she's one that deserves to be there. There's a few that I would like... I would argue, and I'm not taking it away from them because I know that they will be big players if they keep doing what they're doing, but especially like the younger ones, like
Caicedo maybe.
And she's a Spanish girl plays up front.
Though.
I mean, yeah, they're they're superstars.
Yeah,
but they've just played at their first World Cup. That's my point. So the likes of like, how are you telling me that Kim Little has never once been shortlisted for a Ballon d'Or? It's mental. So I think some of it in the women's game is to do with, it's a bit of like, I don't know how it works. Is it journals and stuff that vote? How is it?
Google it. I actually think it's a FIFA thing. Is it a FIFA ballot? Might made that up. So yeah, there's a lot of people who. How do you get nominated for Ballon d'Or? Yeah. It's previously inferred. Yeah, FIFA then award for they pick 3 players. So there's voters.
Yeah, but who's voting?
Well, they must be on
Who's voting? That's my like.
They must be FIFA people.
That's
FIFA representatives.
Who gets to vote? Only one journalist per country may vote. National team captains cannot vote. Last year...
So, wait a minute.
I don't get... Look, we'll look into that.
That was a FIFA
We'll
thing.
look into
We'll
that.
get that to you in the next one. I do know what you're saying though, like Kim Little.
No, that's nonsense. Like,
every game you
telling me?
watch, Kim Little's
She's the best player on the pitch. She's just oozes quality. She's won a lot.
been
I
around
know
for
we used
years.
to think it used to be like a case of like, oh, well, it can go against people with like that haven't got great like international teams or whatever. But yeah, Kim's one of the greats.
No Kira Walsh either.
No, yeah, it's
Do you know what
some
it
of
is? It might be
don't want
that
to take it away from anyone. Get that.
people can be influenced by the popularity of players as well,
Yeah.
and you know, there's probably an element of that. And Kim's never a player who trends.
No,
or,
she
you
just,
know,
yeah, but
she just-
that's not right either.
Yeah,
So just
no,
because you've got an image and you're busy on social media and you're doing whatever comes your way, doing loads of sponsors, she doesn't want to do all that. She picks ones that she maybe thinks, okay,
Yeah.
you know, Kim, like, God, that aligns with my values and beliefs, but she doesn't. I mean, I'm sure she's got a lot of opportunities to do a lot of things that she maybe doesn't want to do purely because of that reason, but I don't think that should go against her in footballing terms.
No.
How's this girl never been in, like, how's she never been a nominee for it? It's just wild, but obviously we've seen that before.
it's 30
when, like,
people
Rapinoe
go on
hadn't been playing
Yeah.
one season and she was still in the run, she even said herself, like, yeah, what's that about? But yeah, but it's nice to see them change it up, I guess, but I still think it's a bit weird how they've done it. Obviously we'll touch on getting Kate McCabe being in it. Kate McCabe, double named in it, to laugh. But yeah, you can't, like, it's good to see Irish people now being recognised. But yeah, there's a few that maybe I wouldn't agree with, but I don't want to take that away from them because they're obviously special players and they have massive futures. But my argument is
There are some players who should
be
there.
That's why I don't know how.
I would look
really
at like
works.
Kira Walsh, who won the Euros and was the engine in the midfield for England, won the Champions League with Barcelona, stepped in for Alexa Putellas and played the whole season, doesn't get on the list. I go, that's weird. So no, I do think you've got a point. And again, she's not a player who's the poster girl everywhere. So you do wonder if there's an argument for that. But we'll look into it fully and get back to you. I remember this conversation coming when Erling Haaland won something a while ago. I remember it was like, oh, we're not looking at who else should be up there as well. It's so easy to look because the news and the media focus on certain people. There's a huge influence over journalists. Do you know what I mean? Because then if that journalist's writing about certain people, that certain person has to sell. Do you know what I mean? So there was an argument for that last time round. It wasn't the Ballon d'Or, obviously. Haaland hasn't won that. And it'll likely be Lionel Messi again this time.
Right.
And Haaland will probably be second or third anyway. But
Bon Mati for the females, I'd say.
I think Bon Mati for the female. Again, she's won the World Cup. She's won the Champions League. She won the league.
Yeah. It'd be hard to argue against her. But look, I guess it's all about opinions, isn't it?
So it's a game of opinions, and nobody can be right, nobody can be wrong. How's life at London City Lionesses? How's all you and your friends? Bruce said she's got new friends. That's nice.
When did I say that?
You were a good group of girls.
I said we're a good group of girls.
That means you've got friends.
God, try to think of something positive to say about them.
Your friends.
Yeah, no, it's a really good group of girls. Like I said, there's going to be a few giggles, I think, which is good for team morale, team bants, and I think we'll need that to like stick together and stuff. New coaches.
You like your coaches as well?
Yeah, I do.
That's good.
Carolina and Nicola, they've come in with how they want us to play, and obviously, sort of touched on, we've not really had a long pre-season. Literally rocked in the week the season started, some of us. So there's so much to get through. So it's going to take a bit of time. Like, there's a few of us still that are like, we're having to click. We've been programmed a certain way, and now we're trying to change to what they want us to do. But it's good. I really like their ideas. I like their style, and they coach. Like they coach. Like, they're happy to just constantly be giving you information of what you can do better, and so I'm really enjoying it. I really like
Good,
it. Yeah.
good. Who are you playing this Sunday?
Reading.
And can you appeal to the fans to come and watch it?
Yes. It's a home game, isn't it? It is a home game. Aye. Princess Park, Dartford.
Home of the Darts. That is home of the Darts. I read it on the wall.
Oh,
there.
right, okay. But I come along. Especially the WSL's not started back yet, so if you're looking for something to do, just get yourself there.
And
come and see the girls.
I went to see the Watford game last week at Princess Park, and it's proper old school football as well. Like the last game I finished up in the WSL, I'm pretty sure was at the Emirates with 48,000 people.
Yeah,
This takes you back. This takes you back to the roots of women's football.
Yeah.
And there's funny like it's funny like the men. Fans who are now coming over from the male football supporters just to support their team as well. Like Watford had a collective group of mostly men behind the goal last week, and anytime someone stepped up for a corner they were chanting all that. I was like, yes, more of this. There's burger vans.
I love that.
There's people.
Grace will only like that half time. She'll be over getting
Grace
a burger.
Maloney likes a burger van. And come and see London City Lionesses.
Yeah,
get the fan base up.
We're competing with obviously all the London teams, big London teams. We're not competing with them. Don't mean it like that. They are the best of the best in the women's game right now. But yeah, let's keep growing London City. Let's keep pushing it, and obviously not affiliated to a men's team, so it makes it that bit harder. But at the same time, I think people could be interested to get to know the players. And
I think so.
Like I said, it's a good group. Will be a good giggle, and we will click and hopefully play some good football eventually. We'll get there.
Yeah, definitely.
Stick with us.
Rush, thanks for your time.
Thanks. I had not much choice. You just came
Sat
up
down.
on me.
That's what happens when you're living here rent free.
I'm living here with your dragons. They come up to my room. They go through my stuff. They take my. I ever took jewellery. I mean, just took it out.
Jewellery?
I got it back. I
It's good
just
she kept it safe the full
took
day.
it out. Like,
There's a wasp coming out your juice. Get away from me. They're angry at this time of year.
a bit like myself.
Okay.
That's great. That's really great.
Well, thanks for your time. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and sorry it's taking so long. I've been busy.
I was lonely kidding. I don't want this.
No, give me one.
I don't want this.
Please.
No.